The doctor is in. Hello and welcome to the third episode of The Love Doctor here on SPTV. I am Michaela Hilgart, here to bandage wounds and give advice to our viewers. As the weather gets colder, many of you are probably looking for a cuddle buddy to make it through these plummeting temperatures. Perhaps we can offer you some insight and confidence today. You may wonder how I, the Love Doctor, am qualified to advise you on this topic. Well, I am currently single and have been for the longest extended period of time since I was 16 years old. I have found that this has been a very great period of self-reflection for me and that I have become more level-headed when it comes to dating and relationships in general. With the help of my guests, I aim to help you through the twists and turns of romance. This week, I have with me Noah and Natashia. Please feel free to introduce yourselves.
Hey, my name is Noah Salmeri. I'm a student here at UWSP. And I'm actually here to promote a workshop that we have going on for our capstone class. It's a workshop for college-age students for relationships, happening on December 3rd. This is going to be a prescription workshop to be able to work with your significant other and to better your relationship through research.
And I'm Natashia Powell, and I'm here because I'm an expert at love. Not really.
Well, awesome. Glad to have you guys. We look forward to discussing some interesting topics today. All right, moving right along to our Take It to the Streets topic, how to break up with your partner. Let's take a look at what students here at UWSP had to say.
Had a breakup last night with a friend of mine, and he cheated on me, so I just did a standard, just, we're done. That's it.
Just be blunt about it, like cut all ties, no holds barred, because at this point, if you're willing to break up, then none of that shit matter.
My ideal way of breaking up with someone, well, never do it over texting or Facebook message. It's always good to confront them about what's going on or like what's wrong with the relationship first, and then maybe be like, well, maybe we need a break, or if that doesn't work, just tell them like, I think we should just stay friends. Because if you tell them that over text, they're not going to think that you're being serious. So always making it face-to-face is the best way, in my opinion.
And my ideal breakup advice would be move on and run as fast as you can, because stars are the limit and you can find someone better. Sadness leads to wrinkles.
Okay, so I don't know about you guys, but my biggest advice with breakups is to never drag it out. I was in a relationship and I probably knew for about a year that it wasn't gonna work, but I kept trying and trying, you know, this and that and back and forth, and I really just should have done it right away when I had doubt. So that's probably my biggest piece of advice, is if you know it's not going to work, it's not practical, you're not feeling it anymore, don't try to make yourself, is what I would say.
I think it's a good idea not to do it through a text message.
Definitely.
Because that has happened, and it is not fun.
I've had that too. That's not respectable at all. I mean, in our age group, that tends to happen quite a bit. You know, the Facebook Messenger, you text, you know, in person or over the phone. If it's a long distance thing, I can see over the phone, but try to do it in person, I would say.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, in person is the best way to obviously do it, but with like long distance relationships, there might be a different avenue. But yeah, if there's any doubt in your mind, I think you should just cut it off and don't drag it out. It's just gonna give you both more pain.
Definitely, and just be honest, be straight up, you know, don't do the whole, you know, it's not you, it's me, you know, those typical lines, you know, just be honest, we're not going in the same directions, you know, not feeling it anymore type of thing, you know, just be really blunt with it, and it's going to be hard, but, you know, you'll both be better off because of it, because, you know, it obviously wasn't going to work
I
out.
actually got a note under my door my sophomore year saying, I don't think we should hang out anymore. Oh, okay.
All right. Well, that is interesting. Yeah, I've been broken up with, done the breaking up. You know, none of it is easy, but you know, it's all in the ultimate quest to find that perfect person for you. You know, you go through the twists and turns, and it works out in the end.
Definitely. Well, I think for college-age students too, it's usually the guy who just messes something up. So.
And girls can mess things up too, for sure.
I just had it in my own experience of like my roommates just like that was not really called for or something like that. So it's usually a pretty easy decision.
Yeah, and in college, I mean, we're around so many people. You know, there's lots of opportunities for dating different kinds of people. You know, if you're really, you know, it's the time to experiment and figure out, you know, what type of person you like, what kind of person you don't like, the qualities you want, et cetera, et cetera.
Definitely.
All right. Well, it's time to take a quick commercial break, but stay tuned for more heartwarming love advice and commentary.
Hey you! Are you creative? Do you like television? Would you like to make a show that appears on air? Then SPTV is the place for you. At SPTV, you can appear on air, learn how to shoot and edit video, write and produce your own show, and most importantly, gain skills and experiences that will last a lifetime. Want to join us at SPTV? Come check us out in the Communication Arts Center, rooms 121 and 130. We'd love to meet you. SPTV. Let's make media together. My name is Lance Castor. I graduated from UW Stevens Point in 2014. I started at SPTV my junior year. I was looking for a fun experience that also provided me with a chance to learn something, and SPTV was the place to come. Right now, I'm employed at WFRV-TV, the CBS affiliate located in Green Bay, Wisconsin. I can handle it because of what I was able to learn here at SPTV. You can be as creative as you want here. The only limits are those that you put on yourself. Those limits will
It is now time to answer questions off of UWSP's Love Confessions Facebook page. The first question is, I just want a nice guy to take me fishing. Why is this so hard? Well, my response to this is if you take a rock or really any object, go anywhere in Stevens Point or the surrounding area, throw it, and you'll probably find a guy that will take you fishing is my answer around here. You know, either that, there's lots of people that like to go fishing around here. Hang out in the TNR, the Natural Resources Building, just make yourself available. I think you'll find somebody who will take you fishing.
Or just walk around with a fishing pole. That always works.
Or you can be direct and ask too.
Exactly.
Definitely.
Take me fishing.
Yeah, well, I say like even if you were in the dorms, you probably had 15, 20 guys that all fished on your floor.
All right.
And you might have communication with them, or if you know any guy, they probably have connections to probably 30 or 40 other fishers on campus.
Definitely. Or, you go fishing yourself and you'll probably run into a guy who's also fishing, and you can meet that way. Fishing is definitely, a popular activity around here, so I don't think it's anything that's hard to find. Just gotta get out there.
You can always switch your major too.
Yeah, or switch your major. Yeah, natural resources major. That would help. That does it. All right. Well, our second question is, why does everyone base whether or not they'll like someone off of their music choices? I personally can listen to everything, like most things, and love a handful of genres. Why do I have to limit it to just one or two for someone to see if they like my music choices? Is that really a way to tell if they are a good person to date or not? I really like this question because personally I love country music, but that really has a stigma attached to it. People will kind of automatically assume that you're really religious, ultra conservative, and that could not be farther from the truth for me, for anybody who knows me. So it's kind of funny, and I'll get along with guys who like screamo music, and I don't personally like that kind of music. So I really don't think that music is always the best way to gauge that. It can be, it's certainly helpful to have that in common if you're going to go to a concert together, but I don't think it's the end-all, be-all.
I definitely agree. I don't think it is everyone's preference on who they're going to date is based on music. I mean, I like to listen to all different kinds of music, and I don't know.
Well, I think a lot of people do have the mixed genres. Here on campus, there's a lot more people who are maybe more significant towards country. But if you do have that broad range, you really don't have to base it on one specific music genre. You can really just find anybody.
Right. You should be able to say that, I like everything. That doesn't matter. You don't have to be picky and choosy.
Yeah, some things will mesh up. Just click on a Pandora station. You probably both like it.
Yeah, for sure. There's probably something that everybody has to like.
Yeah.
Really. I agree with that. So our final question is, it is not a love confession exactly, but an opinion question. Is writing anonymous love poems to a girl weird or creepy? We know each other, but not that well. I think this is really cute, so long as you don't include, my sleeping patterns when I wake up in the morning, stalker-like, inclusions there. As long as that's not featured, I think the love poem is an adorable idea because I like the artsy-fartsy stuff like that.
I think it's weird.
You think it's weird?
Yeah, if I got a love poem from someone I didn't know that well, I'd be like, oh, okay.
All right.
Oh,
no.
Okay, no thanks.
Yeah, I feel like that's a little bit pushing it, especially if you don't know them that well. First of all, like, how do they get you the letter, and like, what do they actually know about you? Kind of what you're saying, like, do they actually know too much about you?
Where I live, or
yeah,
where I hang out.
So if you know them up to a certain level, maybe, but if it's somebody like the question posed, like, if you don't know them, then
right, like if you're good friends in general and you're kind of like trying to feel it out, maybe, it depends upon the person too. Are they a poetry kind of person? Will they just think it's cheesy? It all depends.
Yeah.
But I say just go for it, which is my response to a lot of things. Just go for it. But it is time to take another quick commercial break, but stay tuned for our viewer questions.
My name is Jackie Lang. I graduated from UW Stevens Point in 2013. I started off coming to general members meetings, showing up for the shows. From the first show that I was a part of, I just absolutely loved it. Now that I've graduated, I currently work at WFRV TV, which is Channel 5, the CBS affiliate in Green Bay. I also freelance for Lashbro Visual Communications. All of my experience, all of my knowledge came from SPTV, and I will forever be grateful to this organization for that.
My name is Julia Flaherty. I'm the current promotions director at SBTV. My job allows for me to have a lot of personal creative direction because that is the team environment that we instill here at SBTV. This past summer, I had the opportunity to write for hercampus.com as well as thedailyquirk.com. Personally, I feel that being involved with SBTV has really helped boost my confidence and my ability to network with other students. If student media is something that interests you, and even if you're not really sure what student media means, you should stop by our studios. We are looking forward to having you involved this year, and we cannot wait to make media with you.
Serving a campus of 9,600 strong, we are the home of UWSP Television. We are SPTV. You can find us on Charter Channel 983, online, or on any of our social media sites. Hi, I'm Laura Braun, the General Manager at SPTV. I'm a Stevens Point native and want to make sure that we're providing you with the best local coverage of all the news, sports, and entertainment as we possibly can. If you have any questions or comments about our organization, feel free to email us or stop by our offices. We're located in the Communication Arts Center at the University of Wisconsin-Stevens Point and can't wait to meet you, because today we can make media together.
On every corner of our planet, the San Diego Zoo Global Wildlife Conservancy helps bring Earth's animals back from extinction. Join us now to end global extinction. You can help to save the planet and help restore Earth back to life. The San Diego Zoo Global Wildlife Conservancy, bringing species back from the brink of extinction.
My name is Lance Castor. I graduated from UW Stevens Point in 2014. I started at SPTV my junior year. I was looking for a fun experience that also provided me with a chance to learn something, and SPTV was the place to come. Right now, I'm employed at WFRV-TV, the CBS affiliate located in Green Bay, Wisconsin. I can handle it because of what I was able to learn here at SPTV. You can be as creative as you want here. The only limits are those that you put on yourself. Those limits will...
Welcome back, everyone. It is now time to answer our viewer questions direct from our SurveyMonkey link on our Facebook page. The first question is, my boyfriend and I are currently in a long-distance relationship where we are about two hours apart. What can I do to make sure it lasts? Well, I think Skype is an amazing tool with long-distance relationships. You know, if you're both really committed and serious about each other, Skype really does help because it's almost like you're there, really. I mean, obviously nothing can quite compare, but, you know, Skype dates at least once a week, I think, are a great idea with long-distance relationships.
Mm-hmm. And 2 hours really isn't that far away. Like, you can go and see them. Obviously not during the week when you have classes, but on weekends.
Yeah, that's really not that far in terms of long distance.
Yeah, well, a couple things that I do. I'm in a long distance relationship right now. We're about an hour and a half apart. She lives in Appleton, I live here in Stevens Point. So a couple things that we do, like obviously Skype is a huge tool, but just being able to set out like certain times, like every single night, just be able to get on the phone, because she's teaching right now, so we can't talk throughout the day at all. So be able to talk on the phone every single night, video, chat, video, dates, that's also a good thing. But we usually see each other on the weekends, and one thing that we're actually looking at doing is finding like an easy medium, like an hour piece or like 45 minutes each, so that we just drive, and that'd be like a good spot to be able to meet up there.
Yeah, perfect.
So, yeah.
And be able to do like creative dates. They try something new each time. That would be pretty cool.
Exactly.
But yeah, that's really not that bad of a distance. 2 hours, and you know, just to. I think saying goodnight every night is really important in any relationship, you know, a text, a call, whatever, just to, you know, solidify the day. I think that's a good idea, especially here in this situation.
Yeah, Snapchat helps out a lot too.
Being
able to, it's just like quick like photos of like throughout the day, like just like quick little like reminders. She can send them like during her lunch hour in her classroom or something like that, and I can do it like in between classes. Yeah. So it's just like a quick like reminder, like you like see your face or like you see his face, and it's really nice to be able to have that little bit of a connection like throughout the day when it's not something where we can text or call.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Any other tips or tricks? How long have you guys been together?
It'd be a year and 7 months. Nice. In what, 5 days?
So it's well.
6 days.
Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you.
And
thank
so
you.
It's worked out for you.
Yeah.
Has it been long distance that whole time?
Yeah, long distance the whole time. We started dating last summer, and it's been long distance the rest of that summer. We were together for 1 semester, and then she was student teaching spring semester, summer, everything like that. So it's been long distance the entire time.
Well, that's commendable then. That's awesome. See, it can work. Definitely. Yep. Well, our next question is, my roommate's boyfriend spends too much time at our dorm. How do I tell her nicely that I think he is invading my space? Well, I think just really be direct here. Say, you know, this is my room too. You know, I have to have my personal space here. Can you guys hang out, you know, at his place or at another place? You know, part of the time I don't mind if he's here like this and that time, but yeah, definitely when they become like a third roommate, that becomes a lot to handle, I think, and just really be direct. You know, you can be polite about it. Say, you know, roomie, this is what's up. This is what I think, how I feel.
Definitely, I think definitely be polite about it, but like you said, be direct. You need to tell them that it's bothering you, maybe schedule times, or you could find another place to go to. Like, I don't know, like definitely talk to her because she's doesn't necessarily know because she's love struck.
Yeah, I had a similar situation. I lived in a kitchen room, so we had 3 different guys in there, and so one of them had a girlfriend, and she was in there all the time, and like she really just made a mess all the time too. So being able to kind of just like set those boundaries, and like whenever we would come back into the room, like they would know to like go downstairs and like Baldwin and like the little lounge areas, watch TV there, or if they didn't want to be like disturbed or anything like that. So like have their own little area and like actually be like what you said up front with them.
Right, yeah. Because I think if you're not up front, then it's just going to continue to get worse, and it's going to be basically like they're living with you too. And no one wants to do that, because then you can't walk around, you know, braless and whatever you need to do. That just gets to be a lot of pressure there, I think. You know, having someone else there all the time. But yeah, so I think we all agree on that.
Yeah, definitely.
All right, it is now time for one more quick commercial break, but stay tuned for our final viewer question, the lovebirds.
This public service announcement is brought to you by SPTV.
Hi, my name is Julia Flaherty. I've been living with juvenile diabetes for more than half of my life. I realized fairly early on in my diagnosis that this was an opportunity for me to take responsibility to draw awareness about a disease that, according to JDRF.org, affects almost 3 million Americans today. November is National Diabetes Awareness Month. That's why I'm asking you to tweet me at Miss Trenchie on Twitter to tell me how you are going to help the world be diabetes-free. This disease is not curable. It is treatable. But for some people, that doesn't make it any less tolerable. Whether you have juvenile diabetes, know someone that does, or are just inspired to learn more about it, the month of November gives you a great opportunity to start. Don't push disease to invisibility. Set it free.
This public service announcement is not affiliated with JDRF.org. This has been an SPTV production. Together, we strive to make media with UWSP students.
On every corner of our planet, the San Diego Zoo Global Wildlife Conservancy helps bring Earth's animals back from extinction. Join us now to end global extinction. You can help to save the planet and help restore Earth back to life. The San Diego Zoo Global Wildlife Conservancy, bringing species back from the brink of extinction.
Welcome back to the Love Doctor. Our final viewer question of the show is, I am with a steady, amazing boyfriend, but I have been feeling restless. Do I pass up Mr. Right for adventure? Yes is my answer, because at this age, really just rip the Band-Aid off and be free. Because if you're unsure now, you'll probably be unsure later, and you need to just get that out of the way, get your sow, your wild oats, whatever you need to do, and just do it. Because I actually feel like I've done this. I was in a really long relationship, and he was, you know, as sweet as can be, probably would have done anything for me, but I'm just like, not ready for this now. I'm out of it, and you know, probably couldn't have been a better option for me to just get out of it. So that's my insight on that.
I think if you're restless, he's not Mr. Right. Like, when you find Mr. Right, you're going to know. And if you're already feeling like you don't want to be in the relationship, that's just let it go.
Mm-hmm. I think like restless can be taken a couple different ways too. If like restless maybe want to take it to the next level and they're not ready for it, or like restless, like I'm not sure where this is going to go, but you think that they're Mr. Right. Like you said, just rip it off. Yeah. Rip off the Band-Aid, but be able to, like, if you're restless of, like, you know, wanting to take it to the next level, if you do think that person's Mr. Right, like, actually have that conversation. Right. Not like, hey, I think, like, I'm going to marry you. Like, then that'll end pretty fast, probably. But oh, hey. By the way, I think we're going to get married, like, 2 months into a relationship. Perfect. Yeah. But just be able to, you know, have those conversations if you do honestly believe it's Mr. Right. But, you know, during college, if you're going to have it those like freshman, sophomore, junior years, you're 18, 19, 20 years old. I was always told like, oh, you're young, you'll learn, like you know, but like at that age, you're like, I know everything. Right, exactly. I'm invincible and you older people don't know anything. And now like being at 23 years old is like, wow, I did not know anything when I was 19. Exactly. So it all depends on like what, it all depends on like what level you are, how mature you actually are rather than what you think you are.
And every relationship like has its rough patches where you feel, you know, kind of bored. But I think especially at this age, you know, if you're feeling it that strongly, then it is time to just be like, really assess the situation. Do I belong here? You know, you probably don't, is my consensus there.
If it's meant to be, it'll happen later on.
Like, yeah, exactly. And I mean,
be young.
Yeah, this is the perfect
young, wild,
time
and
to
free.
Get it all out, run wild and free. Being single is a great thing at this time in our lives, I think, for a lot of reasons. And date, casual dating, here and there, dates here and there isn't going to hurt anybody. Experiment, because why not?
Yeah.
So yeah, rip the Band-Aid off is my general consensus.
Yeah, and what a lot of people have always told you too is like, oh, when you'll know, you'll know. And I think a lot of people, what they think is like, it's like that like original like honeymoon phase of like the first like maybe 2-3 months of relationship, and they just think that they're totally in love with that person and like, oh, I know. Like stick with that person for like a year and like see if you know after that year.
Yeah.
So like that's like me and my girlfriend have actually like realized that, and so just being able to actually get to that point rather than those initial like honeymoon phase where like they can do no wrong.
Exactly.
Get past that point where you have like your first like fight, and then find out if you're like, do I actually know now? Like, is this worth it? If you don't have a fight, like there's a problem.
Yeah, there is a problem because you need to know like how you'll react to each other in that scenario.
SPTV is your home for everything pointers, only on Charter Channel 983.
You're watching SPTV on Channel 983, your Stevens Point home for news, music, sports, and more.
So tell me more about this capstone course that you're in, Relationship RX.
Yeah, definitely. So we're having a workshop on December 3rd. It's called Relationship RX. It's open to all college students in relationships. And what we're doing, we're putting on a couple-hour seminar on basically what it says. It's a prescription for your relationship, and it's being able to identify certain problems that happen in the relationship, including social networking influences, conflict, expectations, everything that really has to do with a college relationship. And it's all research-based, so it's really, really credible information. And with this, all that you really need to know is that it's on December 3rd, and it's happening during the lunch hour. I believe it started. And what we're doing is having people RSVP via email. There's an email on a flyer going around campus, and we are filling up the spots. There's 24 open spots for the workshop, and we're going to be there's going to be food available, so that'll be a nice little one for college students too. But just be able to bring your significant other and be able to learn about how to further your relationship or fix any problems that you might think are happening.
And so how are you guys preparing for that in the class?
So what we've done so far is that we've done a lot of research on all the different aspects that have to do with influencing on relationships and like what the drawbacks can be, what the positives can be, and really putting that into scripts right now. And what we're doing recently is we're doing a couple role-playing scenarios where we're being able to do our best possible job for this workshop so that people who come can get the most out of it and be able to come out with like either solutions or being able to better their relationship afterwards.
Oh, well, awesome. Anything else you'd like to share about the class, your experience so far?
It's going to be a blast. All the students in the class are a really, really fun time to be able to have. And as college students, like there's no like real pressure. There's no expert on it coming in, so you don't have to feel pressure. It's college students learning or teaching you how to better your relationship from research rather than maybe our own experiences, but we'll be able to put that in there, and everybody will be able to have their own experience put in there too, and we'll have a lot of fun activities. Like you said, there's snacks provided, and it's going to be a blast. I'm really excited about it.
Well, that's awesome. Well, if I had a significant other, I would definitely bring him to that, because that sounds
you
like
can just get one and just bring him on.
Just for the sake of that, that workshop. Yeah, that's really cool. Thank you for sharing that with us. We look forward to it. Thank you, Noah and Natasha, for joining me, and thank all of you for tuning in. Do not forget to submit your anonymous burning romance questions to our SurveyMonkey link on our Facebook page, which can be found at The Love Doctor on SPTV. Until next time, you are in our hearts, UWSP.
You're watching SPTV on Channel 983, your Stevens Point home for news, music, sports, and more.
Serving a campus of 9,600 strong, we are the home of UWSP Television. We are SPTV. You can find us on Charter Channel 983, online, or on any of our social media sites. Busy student life? No problem.
You can catch Final Take on the go in HD by following us on our website. Final Take, for anything Pointers, anything sports.